Hey, the first time I powered on the Samsung Q8F 65-inch, it was one of those I didn't know what I was missing moments where everything I'd watched before suddenly felt flat in comparison, like I'd been watching through a filter instead of into the story. Before you go any deeper, take a moment to check the current price and stock, because 65-inch QLED TVs with this blend of color, motion, and slim design don't hang at strong value for long once people actually see what they do. This one's for you, the person who's watched bright scenes and thought that should feel bigger, deeper, sharper. I was there too, telling myself my old screen was fine, even when colors looked muted in daylight and fast motion got smeared. Then one night I matched this Samsung with a show I know well, and suddenly every frame popped with color and depth I'd never seen on that content before. That's the moment you know you've outgrown compromise. Once this TV is part of your setup, every kind of content feels more intentional. That 100% color volume with quantum dot isn't just a spec, it's the kind of richness where hues feel real instead of oversaturated or washed. White color doesn't just look pretty, it reveals nuance that makes animated worlds and nature scenes feel alive. And with the Q4 processor, every frame feels refined in real time, the upswing from everyday HD to 4K feels confident, motion stays smooth whether you're watching sports or gaming, and the picture feels sharp without strain. I've lived with this through long movie nights where every shadow and highlight finally felt meaningful, competitive games where motion never lagged behind input, and everyday shows where dialogue and detail suddenly became clear without cranking volume. The AirSlim design doesn't just look sleek, it feels like the screen actually integrates into your space instead of dominating it, which changes how your whole room feels when you sit down to watch. Performance here isn't about a spec you glance at once, it's what you see every time you sit down. It's that depth you notice in contrast, the richness in color that stays natural, and the smooth motion that stops pulling your eyes out of the moment. While you're thinking it over, don't let price swings or stock quirks be the reason this slips out of reach. TVs this capable, big, bright, smooth, immersive, vanish quickly once people experience what they actually deliver. If you're hesitating because your current TV gets you by, here's what hits you after a few days with this. Anything weaker starts to feel like you're watching through the picture instead of into it. You start noticing contrast you missed before, colors that feel more faithful to the creator's intent, motion that stays fluid in fast scenes, and a presence that feels anchored instead of distant. That's the kind of difference that changes how everything you watch, every movie, game, or show, actually feels. Colors that feel rich without oversaturation, contrast that feels deep, and intentional smooth motion for fast content design that integrates into your space, smart processing that just works, not as deep black as premium old speakers, or solid, not theater depth. At some point you stop looping through specs because the choice you keep circling back to is the one that already felt right from the first look. Don't let this be the upgrade you delay and then look back on wishing you'd jumped on it sooner. Check the current price and make the move. This is the TV that finally matches how seriously you want to see and feel every moment.